Which one should you believe? Which one do you believe? Welcome to the Nigerian mainstream media landscape, a world of fact, fiction, or something in between. I'll take us back a little bit to the year 1996 that witnessed the genocide in Rwanda between the Hutus and the Tutsis. A wild broadcast was made by a very notable presenter on radio, asking the Tutsis to hunt down the Hutus and refer to them just as cockroaches. This didn't amount to anything other than the word violence, and that led to the death of over 800 individuals in just 100 days. We've witnessed similar situations in Nigeria, but I want to point something real quick. The example I gave just now has to do with the mainstream media. For the social media era we find ourselves today as Nigerians, between you and I is worrisome. And I'll share just a very short story with us. My aunt was born between the 1960s, 1970s. And there's one thing that is in each and every one of us also today. When we get messages from our aunts, our parents as broadcasts, trying to tell us to do this or do that, or to avoid a particular phenomenon in our own living. My aunt sends me a WhatsApp message: avoid taking bitter cola with ginger, because if you do, it is going to explode in your stomach. And I said to myself, but of course, based on my years of media literacy, I decided to Google it. And I found out that it was arrant nonsense. But consider the number of people this messages has been shared to their WhatsApp. Consider the number of people that have also taken this advice as part of their own main life, while the word Orogo and at the same time ginger could have become something of immense benefit to their well-being. And because of that, just one social media message, they decided to stay away from it. And what is the problem today? Nigeria, a country of well over 250 ethnic groups and still counting, with different diverse opinions, different views towards life, has been loaded with what is known today as information overload. Information has always been with us, yes, from the days of the colonial era to the fight for independence and the world of social media today. We have what is known as information overload. And how do we navigate away from all of this? And by listening to the word or the phrase or the construct media literacy, one thing comes to mind. Maybe it's about how well you can make use of your social media, or know when to go on your WhatsApp, or when to attend to your TikTok messages. No, it is absolutely away from that. Your media literacy has to do with you getting a particular information. Decide, why should I believe in this? Is this fact? Is this fiction? Or what is this message meant for, and how is it going to affect me and my environment? And this is the question we need to ask ourselves. And where does critical thinking comes to play? We cannot amass the word critical thinking by magic. Critical thinking in today's world is basically on the type of media that you and I consume, what we are exposed to. And these media platforms today have been able to ensure that they are the ones that set the agenda of our daily living. We depend on it on our radio, which is our mainstream media. We depend on it on our television. We depend on it on our social media. As a matter of fact, today, the Gen Zs will tell you, for you to get the best of information real quick, you have to be on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, or any form of social media at all. Meaning, if the information you get is flawed, if it is biased, then whatever critical thinking you are doing will be channeled towards that. We now live in the world of agenda setting, where the media has been able to ensure that they frame the information that we listen to in a particular phrase. I'll give us another example. And ask yourself, if you are to go to Owode from Summit University, and you take a NAPEP just opposite Summit University, You are the only one who is the first passenger. And by the time you get to Omowo, you noticed 3 Fulani men also waiting for Keke Napep. And by the time they decided to come in, one flanked you on the right, the other one flanked you on the left, and the third one sits beside the Keke Napep. Ask yourself, what comes to your mind? Oh, I have been kidnapped. I think I should just say my bye-byes, call my families and say, Odigbaoshe. And why do we think that way? It's because of what the media has framed an ordinary Fulani man to be. Same way they've been able to frame the Igbo people as well. And by God's will, before the tenure of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Yorubas will also be framed as a particular negative thought in the society. So we ask ourselves again, how do we navigate this aspect of facts, fictions that we get from our mainstream media and at the same time we get from our social media? So your critical thinking is what should come to play at first, followed by the level of your media literacy. When you can criticize every shade of information that comes to you via your social media platforms, when you can criticize every form of information you listen to on radio, you probably watch on TV, then it becomes part of you. It is not something that you can go to anyone to say, please teach me how to become media literate. We listen to this very news on a daily basis, so worrisome, we don't know the source, or probably don't know the sources. We don't know where they come from. We don't know the motive behind those messages, but yet we take this information hook, line, and sinker. My mom once called, Babawa, make sure you don't eat the seeds of watermelon whenever you take watermelon. I said, okay, ma. Please avoid taking ejaro. I said, noted, ma. Babawa, beef is not good. What do you want me to eat? Exactly, please tell me. And by the time I got home and asked her, yeah, Yusuf, please, where did you get this information from? She said, Radio Lagos Tiwantiwa. And would I blame her? The answer is no. So you ask yourself today, when I get this information on your social media platforms or your mainstream media, is it fact, fiction, or something in between? So ask yourself once again, what do you believe? What should you believe? Thank you very much.